me get that beat, beat. Running her hands through my fro. Rolling in my 6'4".
And you just fucked it up.
Yeah.
I would never, ever have you go watch this without us being able to talk about it together.
Oh, no.
And for one, Martin didn't even see this one, even though Martin is a huge fan of this franchise. Mm-hmm. But, of course, I'm talking about Pitch Perfect.
Okay.
We are on the third one, Pitch Perfect 3. They say this is a full trilogy now.
Yeah.
We can actually close the saga. And they promised. They said, look, we swear that the Bellas are not going to be back. This is
I don't believe that for a second.
This is until the reboot. But right now they say the Bellas as you know them is done. They say, man, these girls, you know, they ain't young no more. At least not as young as they used to be. They all have to go on and live real lives now.
Yeah, fortunate for us, I guess.
Yeah. Well, hey, I might want to see more of them. I might love this movie. Hey,
maybe some more of the Bellas. You want some more of that?
You know, they're out there having to get real jobs. Mm-hmm. Out, some of them are getting married. Some of them even having children. Mm-hmm. But some of them are saying, you know what? I just cannot move on unless I sing with my girls one more time. One more time. And one of them has the big idea to actually enter a military singing contest.
That's a thing, a military singing contest?
They joined the USO tour, but it's a singing contest, so they're trying to win it, but they really don't say it's a contest until they get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And see, the big thing is that usually they go somewhere and they're the underdogs, and then they turn around and they actually got this, but they have met their match because they are not competing against voices alone this time. This time they're competing against voices along with actual real instruments. This has never been done before, Martin Thomas.
Real musicians, basically. That's their nemesis.
Real music, yeah. Not that acapella shit. Oh, but hey.
That's not cheating.
That's what they keep saying. Think you're cheating. You're like, this is a concert, just what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. You know, say what you will, but don't you dare say that this series does not evolve. Don't you dare say that they don't raise the stakes a little bit higher. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for Pitch Perfect 3, and then we'll be back with our review.
If you cry, I'm gonna cry.
I'm not doing it.
Don't make that face.
This is my regular face.
One good thing that I've got.
Man, I'm gonna miss all those pitch puns.
I know, man.
Calling all pitches.
God.
Last call pitches. This pitch miss.
We some bad pitches.
Oh my God. See, there's even more. I don't even think they've done that one yet. Oh my God, I'm gonna miss that. I hate this. I'm not going. I'm just going.
No, you just playing.
No, I'm not just playing. I'm sorry. Pitch for real. No,
please.
I am just gonna jump into it. I hate this, but I'm saying this because I've never seen the first one, to be fair. Mm-hmm. You saw the first one.
Yes, I did.
Tell you, man, the first one's good.
I trust you. That's why I say to be fair. I never saw the first one.
That's why I was so mad at the second one.
But I saw the second one, and I know that second one I did not like. I hated the second one. But I came back and I said, I was fair with it. I said, you know what? It's not you. It's me. It's just not my thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But this one right here, it's time to stop this shit. That y'all have nothing else to do. You are out.
The last pitch they need is a flat line. That's what I wanted to hear at the end of this.
They are out, man. They ain't got no ideas.
Yeah.
You can do nothing else except get the fuck out. This is one of those, I'm mad about this, man, because this is one of those movies where a movie like this only exists to take advantage of those last fans, those diehard Pitch Perfect fans that are still hanging on there. Mm-hmm. It's to just squeeze the money out of them. Mm-hmm. Because when I say they have nothing, they have absolutely no story. They have no character drive or no character development for anyone anymore.
Yeah, and they were riding the Glee wave, and that's been dead for a hot minute, so I don't know why they're still doing this.
That's a good point, man. I'm a fair person. Mm-hmm. I don't come in here to hate something just because it's not my demographic, it's not my target, it's not my film. These movies are not for me, and I will tell you that. That hasn't stopped me from giving other things good reviews or fair reviews. I'll go in here and I'll watch this, and I will say that one of the things that make I made this movie so charming and made people really like it. And the thing that it did when it rode the Glee wave is that, I mean, I do admire when they come in and they do their musical numbers, when they do what they call their riffs.
Yeah.
You know, they just make up a song at the drop of a dime and everybody can get on with it and make up a new song. And in the movie, you know, they still do some of that. I mean, this is nothing that they can continue to do, but it is the highlight of the film. And while it's corny, I do like the riff moments.
A rip up! Yes!
I'm coming up, so you better get this party.
Let me get that
Beat, beat, running her hands through my fro.
rolling in my 6'4".
And you just fucked it up.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I think this is somewhat pop song. And they do something from Dr. Dre's The Chronic, and I was like, y'all don't know this shit. Don't you dare.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. You can call me racist or whatever, but there's some appropriation shit going on with this. When I see like...
Well, that's been from the very beginning.
And I've never liked it because of that. You know, when they got one black lesbian in here and there's a bunch of white girl doing a rap and hip hop and R&B, it don't work.
She's their excuse. Like, that's why we know this Dr. Dre song. She's it.
She's the one that they pull out and is like, hey, she's with us. We good.
Yeah, we can get in this club, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. And then they'll throw a black face or two in there to like try to add some validation. But it's funny when y'all got to dig deep for it because who was that Trinidad James they put in?
Man, I looked at him because I didn't see the trailer for this, which he's prominently in, and I was like, yo, is that Trinidad James? Coleman's like, yup, that's him. It's like they cast this movie 7 years ago, and then it's like, here you go, slow man, fuck it.
Yeah, even he's like, why am I here?
Yeah, like he can't sing because when he gets on stage, it's all auto-tune.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. Auto-tune, auto-tune's on his way out too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be around, but not like it was like the way he does it.
No.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff in here that's either outdated or they're trying to push really hard. And again, like I said, I enjoyed some of the musical parts in here. I really do. But man, the subplots and the characters in here, every one of them is annoying.
Well, some people are allowed to have subplots and then they just don't come back. Like there was one I was like, okay, I could be interested to see how this works out. It was a Trinidad James's friend and the Asian girl that doesn't talk.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's see how this turns out. Never comes back.
Never comes back. Never comes back. I mean, the subplots in here are, I don't know why they have so many because none of them work. And the thing with the movie is that it's the reason why these subplots are annoying is because they are pushing this film to the point where there's nothing that they can do. So they are not actually capturing the charm and spirit or originality, whatever it is that made the first film, which I did not see, but I know that there was something there that really got people into it.
Yeah, there was something you could hold on to with the first one. You felt it was when I was explaining it to you when we were in the theaters. It was kind of a Revenge of the Nerds, but for a female a cappella group.
Yeah,
so you're like, all right, like these girls feel like they don't fit in anywhere. Then they find their voice literally, and then they go on to compete with people and beat up the pretty Donnas and everything. Yeah,
these girls in here. The franchise is just relying on character recognition, not real character development. These characters in here, the development for them is just to pull something out their ass to get the plot going or to tailor around whatever lame subplot they have going on that they could just write at the last minute for this. I mean, seriously, characters that we've had 2 movies previously with them, and now they're just saying some shit, and even other characters like, how come you never mentioned that before?
Okay, I've mentioned that my dad is in the army and basically killed Osama bin Laden, right?
Some new information in that sentence, but okay.
And every year the USO puts on this performance to entertain and support the troops. DJ Khaled is hosting.
Oh boy, that's another thing.
Sammy showed up in this movie?
Yeah, multiple times.
Multiple times. In fact, I don't even think this movie existed until they got DJ Khaled to sign up for it.
Yeah.
Because the movie seems like it is centered around, you know what it's like? It's like a TV show where they get a musical guest.
Yeah.
And the whole episode is written around that guest. Because and seriously, they must have paid good money for DJ Khaled because they have to have him say his name every 5 minutes. Somebody has to say it. It's just like his songs, man. DJ Khaled. They do that about 5 times, 6 times, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in the movie, man, where somebody has to say DJ Khaled. And look, I got nothing against DJ Khaled. I actually like DJ Khaled. I admire the man's hustle and his business, and I don't take this as a personal gripe against him, but every time they say his name in the movie, it's like the audience is supposed to go like, oh, DJ Khaled. blood.
Or wait to hear that go off in the background.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to get into parties. They're trying to follow DJ Khaled through the whole movie so that they would get some sort of recording contract with him.
And then they have the audacity to give him lines, and they're all delivered like tweets. He's like, yo, Bella's, y'all nice. Becky, you good. Sing for me.
Yeah.
I'll make you a star.
Hashtag facts. This man here. DJ Khaled.
Blessed.
Maybe that's how they sent his lines to him, because it looks like he's on his phone the whole time.
Yeah, that's his whole shtick in the movie. Is like, I'm so popular. I got no time to even look at people, even though they might be talented.
Yeah.
DJ Cabbage up in the house. I'm like, wow, man. This is.
I'm still laughing at that line. You guys, like, my dad is like a big deal in the army. He like killed Osama bin Laden or something like that. He's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Like, are you just talking like this just because these are your friends?
Yeah, and that gets them booked on the USO tour. You know how mad I would be if I was a soldier serving over in like Iraq or some shit, and they bring up some acapella girl group
Right.
I've never heard. I'm like, yo, this never gonna land on the landmine right now.
Yeah,
Fuck
we were gonna get the Pussycat Dolls, but
we got the Alley Cats.
Actually, at this point, the Bellas would be better than Pussycat Dolls.
I can look at something.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, sing buttons.
Here's something to look at.
And they're pulling another Adam Sandler, man.
Yep.
This is just another excuse to have a trip in an exotic location. They go to Spain this time, and the girls hang out there. Like I said, it's they go to these exotic locations because there's nothing really going on. So hey, you know what? The city will kind of be the star here.
You know what my favorite thing is? They go to these places, but they don't go to these places because like there's spots where they showing like all these setup shots. I'm like, all right, that's in Spain, that's in Spain. Then they show the hotel they're staying in, and there's a massive Dominican Republic flag flying in front of it. I'm like,
yeah.
Wow.
He told me that they went to an aquarium in New York, and he said, man, that shit is in Georgia.
Yeah. It's the only one with a whale shark in the country. And they're like, oh, yeah, nobody will know. Like, the entire city will know this.
Corey Goodwin even said, man, I know that shark.
Yeah. It's Roscoe. What you doing, buddy?
Yo, man, what's up? No, man, it's, and when I say that the movie is totally void of any kind of substance or story, they also pull a Cars 2. Cars 2 is one of those sequels where they had nothing to do, so they had to pull
They
from
reached
other
into
genres.
the file.
Yeah, they had to pull from other genres in order to fill out this movie. Cars 2, what they did was they made it a spy movie. This one, they make this crime thriller action caper. The beginning of the movie opens with an explosion, and these girls do
it opens with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it opens with that. 3 weeks, and then they fade into 3 weeks earlier, so that there's a caper going on with these people.
You've never
here.
seen anything like that in a movie before. But yeah, it comes on and you think I thought it was a dream.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, Rebel Wilson's gonna be, it was just in my bed. And it's like, nope, this happened. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah. I like you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I knew that they were going to do something, but even if you can't, because I said they're not going to just pull this out of nowhere. But this is a bad sign because chances are this is leading into a plot line that has nothing to do with singing, nothing to do with what these characters ordinarily do, nothing to do with the theme of friendship and family, which is what they're trying to really drive home here. Now, another part of that whole action thriller crime caper thing they have going on, John Lithgow. John Lithgow's in the movie with an Australian accent.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
From Daddy's Home
It's-
2 to
yeah.
this. Let's continue this list.
Lithgow's an Aussie, and that's because he is Fat Amy's
dad.
He's Fat Amy's dad, and I'm not going to look for those who really give a shit about spoilers. I'm not going to say anything, but he is the key element to kicking off this whole subplot with the crime and the danger and the action, things that really shouldn't be in this movie. That's really crowbarred in here. And although I'm gonna give the man credit for doing a pretty decent Australian accent, I mean he's a veteran.
Yeah.
He should, but he's slumming it with this, man. Walking right off the set of Daddy's Home 2 and onto this is like, come on, man. You classic Hollywood now, man. You can't be doing this shit all the time.
Hey man, you saw what De Niro's done it, Pacino's done it. He's falling in that list now.
I'm gonna get me a house.
Exactly.
He's got payments to make.
Yeah, shit. All of them got 5 houses. So I only got 4.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, man. It's just I don't blame a guy for going out and doing a movie that's not exactly a classic, But this is just so bad.
And to the while we're on the spy topic, there are a lot of physical gags that happen in this movie. Obviously, when you have an overweight person, they usually have them fall down or do a whole bunch of goofy stuff. You saw in the trailer where she jumped off the boat and landed in the smaller boat. They have her do some shit that makes I don't want to spoil it, but the stuff she does at the end of this movie.
And of course, we're talking about Rebel Wilson, and I'm glad that you brought this up. I hate Fat Amy. I hate Fat Amy for several reasons. Fat Amy, played by Rebel Wilson. Fat Amy is annoying, selfish, self-centered. She's actually Cartman in drag.
Yeah.
You know, she's that. And that's the joke with her. That she's fat. I mean, the
it's
jokes.
in her name.
The jokes. That's what I'm like. Really? I mean, look. I know that this woman, Rebel Wilson, that she has a good sense of humor. She's playing into what she considers to be her strength, which is being obese or overweight or whatever. I understand that, girl. Go ahead, own it. Don't let people, hold that over you. Empower yourself. But Fat Amy? I mean, that's just an insult right there. Not slightly overweight Amy or, I have an eating disorder Amy. Fat Amy.
It's too much to say.
It's too much to do. I mean, that is, when I watch this, I feel bad about it because with Fat Amy, that's what it literally is. Fat jokes. Because she's fat. Hey, none of the other girls, they're fine. None of them talk about their bathroom habits. Fat Amy's the only one getting them talking about, I gotta take a shit.
I gotta take a massive dump.
I gotta make a massive dump.
Because even Melissa McCarthy has reached a point where she's like, all right, I'm not doing that anymore.
She moved past it when she did The Boss.
Yeah.
And that was a terrible movie, but she's like, I'm not doing any more stupid fat people falling down. I'm done with it.
Oh, no. Rebel Wilson's picked up that mantle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's got it now.
I gotta drop a single. Oh, I think this is the whole album. Oh, I'm a fat person, so I'm the only one to take shits around here. And
she channels Elvis in the movie.
It's just fat jokes, and I feel really bad about it because they're not only just lame, obvious fat jokes, but they really are insensitive fat jokes. Like, she's the one that's horny because fat people, they don't have enough sex because fat people don't get sex. Nobody
they're not supposed to get horny. They should know their place.
Yeah, nobody wants to sleep with a fat person.
So this is the first base. Will we be going to second base with you guys?
That's a no from me, so.
That's insulting right there. The other thing with Fat Amy is that, the jokes with her are, she's Fat Amy, so she does, when all the Bellas are moving on to different jobs. Nice jobs. But Fat Amy, she's moving on to a job that requires her to be different versions of other Amy's, except fat versions of them.
My name is Fat Amy Winehouse.
And also with Fat Amy, they even try to make her look good in certain parts where she's she's an action hero. And even that is ironically supposed to be funny because it's like, fat people, they're not supposed to be moving that fast. That's funny within itself. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, she's like doing backflips and front flips, and it's some goofy stuff that's happening with her, and it is embarrassingly bad for her.
This is directed by Elizabeth Banks.
She did the last one.
I'm sorry. It's not directed by Elizabeth Banks. It's not. It's produced. She's one of the producers on there. And there was just a story about Elizabeth Banks going out and being a producer and trying to direct projects that are for women and empowering women. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, this empowers women? This image right here that you're doing, that's not giving women a complex about their image?
Then Pretty White Women, this empowers.
Oh,
that's for them.
You have to be specific.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry.
It's not for all women.
And the reason why...
I think the idea is that, hey, men have done this all the time. You had all those movies with John Candy and Chris Farley where they made fun of themselves. So now we're doing it too. We're going to be gross and make fun of each other.
Nah, not really, because like I said here, at least for them that they got to a point where they were actually trying to make comedy. This is not comedy. This is like, look at me. I'm fat. Even things that she's wearing clothing, make America hungry again or something. This is...
Yeah.
There's one particular shot in here where you have the rivalry band led by what's her name, Ruby Rose, and the Bellas are talking about the band, and they're standing behind the band saying, "Can you believe these guys don't think we're any good?" They're 2 feet in front of them. They don't hear a fucking word they're saying. It's only that because they didn't have enough time to set up different shots or set up different locations. This is how the movie, you know, is professional Hollywood, but it's meant to be like just out there quick. You can tell they had a short schedule to do it.
We got one take to get this right. You better not fuck this up for us.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing with the movie too, is that it's moving. I know we talk about movies and how we appreciate the pacing and the momentum in them. This is a movie that moves too fast. They have 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3 romance subplots in here. Mm-hmm. One is going along the predictable path. One is a setup, the one that you're talking about with the Asian girl.
Yeah, man.
And then one just get lost. Like you can see walking. Have you seen my mommy? One of them is just they act like, I'm not going to spoil it by saying who or what, but the one dude's like, I'm kind of interested. That's it.
Yeah.
None of these have closure or semi-closure at all. You tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm nitpicking right here.
Okay.
One of the romantic interests in the movie is a soldier who walks up, and he's walking up with another young man, and they're showing them both together walking in slow motion, and they're playing sexy music, and all the girls are like, oh, let me straighten my hair. It's a man. And it's these 2 dudes right here, and they stop, and one of the dudes just hogs the camera, just get right in front, and the other dude just lagging around in the background.
In the blackground.
In the blackground. Yeah, that brother right there gets like 2 lines. He's like a pet Negro in the movie.
A lot of the Negroes in here are like pet Negroes in this movie. Like the lesbian girl that's in this group, she gets like maybe 6 lines, and that's about it, because it's all Anna Kendrick and her minions.
And you know, and that's an annoying thing about the movie too, is that you can just tell that these people are just bored. A lot of them just don't want to do this anymore. Anna Kendrick, she's gone. She's checked out. Mm-hmm. She's just here.
You know what I would compare her to? You remember how bad Jennifer Aniston was in X-Men Apocalypse? Not Aniston, I'm sorry, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
Apocalypse.
I knew you were going to say that.
Just like that. She's like, all right, I'm here. Let's sing these songs. Oh, I'm riffing. Oh, I'm Becca. All right, I'm out.
That's why, yeah, exactly. That's why Rebel Wilson gets to take up so much time, because Anna Kendrick, she's gone, man.
Yeah.
As far as she's concerned, there's 2 Pitch Perfects. This one don't even exist. She's here, but she's mentally not into this anymore.
She's a hologram. That's cool.
She is ready to move on, man. In fact, her plot, which kind of puts her front and center, requires her not to do anything but mostly just sit down and just listen or react.
Yeah.
You know, and also the Bellas, man. You know, these Bellas in here, there's just too many of them at this point. Like they'll be somewhere and some one of the Bellas will say
they have
something.
Multiplied like gremlins.
They like it. Somebody got one of them wet, you know, because one of them will pop up and say something, and then you be like, I didn't even know you existed.
Yeah.
Have you been here for the last 2 movies? It's like some of these girls show up and they don't get to say anything except maybe one line because they're obligated to. Mm-hmm. This is a sloppy movie. And the final point where it doesn't go anywhere, and I just showed you the band, the Ruby Rose Rivalry band right here. First of all, the band is called Evermoist. I can't tell him every time they say
Evermoist?
Evermoist.
Evermoist, yes.
Every time they said that name, I was just like,
and
damn.
And they say it like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
Like, we are Evermoist.
Yeah, and they put emphasis on it. We're Evermoist. And I was like, damn, I hate to wash y'all's laundry. Shit, y'all need adult diapers right now. Yeah, we're the ever precomers. You know, the only real conclusion in the movie is, and this is not a spoiler here, is possibly saying that the Bellas, they're probably done until the reboot, as I said. And I will say that it's sort of a bittersweet ending, man, for those who have stuck with these girls. I haven't seen all of them, but I can feel it. But even then, that's false, because I never got the feeling that, look, through the last 2 movies, these girls were nothing but fun expressions and gags and puns. They were never friends. They were a bunch of girls who just had to occupy the same spaces for 3 movies. And because they were doing that, all of a sudden they're supposed to be family. Fucking Vin Diesel is more family than these people are.
I can already predict what number 4 is going to be, or this reboot's going to be. It's going to be Rebel Wilson going back to the college they went to, and she's going to be their new teacher, and they got to get this new band of girls together. That's exactly what's going to happen.
And you know what? No,
reboot.
and you're right. I mean, I saw it right there, because the whole premise is that, I mean, that's the premise of the movie, is that this is the last call for the Bellas, but they prominently introduce the new girls in there to let you know you got Pitch Perfect Jr. coming up.
Yep.
And they set this up if this is a hit and they want to keep going. And that's the one with what's her name?
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. She's going to be the new Anna Kendrick for the new generation. So yeah, man. This is bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm saying it like I could actually let this go if it was if it was for the fans and it was just human that I didn't like. It's lowbrow, but you people enjoy it for what it is because you stuck with it this long. I would probably just say, all right, it's not for me. It's a rental. But I'm sorry, Fat Amy is something that brings it down for me. And also, as I said, just the lazy writing. Everybody involved in this, they pass this on to get their check. Here's a script, give me my check. Here's the print, give me my check. We shot today, give me my check. We out. Everybody got paid just to get paid. Not because they love fucking Pitch Perfect. It's bullshit, man. It's close to a fuck you because of Fat Amy, but I'm not gonna be that heartless here.
It just feels like this is the soulless husk of what was the first Pitch Perfect, which was an interesting movie and actually had a reason for it. So yeah, this is a solid some old bullshit.
Yeah. Been out in the sun and rock hard now.
It's great.
Yeah, maggots done moved out and everything. Yeah, this is, I'm sorry, and hey, if this is your thing, I get it, but I really think you deserve better.
This is worse than Bad Moms Christmas, man.
Which I did not see.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I'll take your word for it.
Man.
Take your word for it.
But you kind of like Bad Moms Christmas.
I gave it a rental.
Yeah, there is an audience for this, but I really don't think that that's going to last if these stay the same quality. And I hope for the sake that I hope that it does badly. Not because I want to deny people a franchise that they like, but seriously, I'm speaking on behalf of all you bitches out there, whatever you call yourselves. You deserve better here. This is not a good movie. They're cashing in on you.